Welcome to Royal Calcutta Turf Club for the Calcutta Races Autumn Meeting for day Friday 7th November 2025 race preview second of the double header. The first race is the Chios Handicap for horses rated 1 to 26 to be ridden by jockeys of Indian nationality to be run over a distance of about 1100 meters. First up, we're looking at two runners. That's Princess Peach and Kashaban, earlier known as Polky. Princess Peach, who was this was in race number 53, was in third spot until the home straight, then did not make any further improvement, finished on third as you can see down the center. Kashaban, who was racing in second spot, dropped back into the last 200 meters, eventually finished on fifth. The winner here was Happy Morning. Three runners, Horus the Great, Artemis Zelda, Diamond Gold. Horus the Great was racing in front until the last 50 meters where it was overtaken by Jamaica, and eventually Horus the Great finished on second. Artemis Zelda, who was racing in third spot and got into a battle with Horus the Great for the second place, but just missed out. And sixth, Diamond Gold, who was chopped out at the start, then was racing in fifth spot, eventually finished on fifth. Second race of the day is the Captain Morgan Handicap for horses rated 21 to 46, rated 1 to 26, eligible to be ridden by jockeys of Indian nationality to be run over a distance of 1100 meters. First up, we got Enola Holmes and Jet. This is from race number 57. Enola Holmes was a winner in an earlier start, that was in race number 25. And here, Enola Holmes was in front until the last 200 meters where Don't Stop the Music took over the running, veered out on the outer track but still won. And 11 was Jet, who was racing in 8th spot, eventually finished on 8th. Sea of Charm, this is from race number 9 in the monsoon season where Sea of Charm, second start for Sea of Charm in 5th spot at the turn, then finished on 5th. The winner here was Victoria Cross. We got 4 runners which went up against each other from the current season. In race number 6, we had Frebia, who was in 9th spot, made up a few places and eventually finished on 5th. We had City of Joy, who was racing in 2nd spot, then dropped back, eventually finished on 7th. We had horse number 8, which is Superimpose, who was racing in 10th spot, made up a placing, eventually finished on 9th. And 13 was Swift Lady, who was racing in 6th spot, made up a couple of placings, Swift Lady towards the inside, and eventually finished on 4th. Couple of runners, Saranaika, Dubai King. This is from race number 38 during the monsoon season where Saranaika, this was Saranaika's second start where she was racing in 3rd spot, eventually finished on 3rd. And Dubai King, second start for Dubai King as well during the monsoon season. Both times Dubai King finished on unplaced, 9th in an earlier start, over here finished on 7th. Five is Marculini. Marculini had one start during the monsoon season, that was in race number 19, went over 1200 meters, was racing in 9th spot as they turned for home, then made a couple of placings and eventually finished on 7th of 11 runners. The winner here was Skyhawk. Seven is Spirit Bay. Spirit Bay came down from Western India, had a start and had a few starts during the monsoon season, and this is the start Spirit Bay had in the current season where she was racing in 5th spot, was in a prominent position, but until the last 200 meters where the jockey almost brought Spirit Bay to a halt, just trotted past the winning post in last spot. The winner here was Dance Along. We move on to the third race of the day, the Tangoria Handicap, a no-whip race for horses rated 41 to 66, rated 21 to 46, also eligible to be ridden by jockeys of Indian nationality, to be run over a distance of over 1100 meters. First up, we got 5 runners. They raced against each other in race number 4 in the current season. We have Lord Vader, who was an earlier start winner during the monsoon season over here. Lord Vader finished on 8th. We had 4 Aldila, who was racing in 10th spot, made up a few placings, eventually finished on 6th. We had 6 Fresh Hope, who finished on 3rd in the monsoon start over here. Fresh Hope, after racing in 9th spot, finished on 10th. We had number 8, which is Clever Hans. Clever Hans was racing in 2nd spot, eventually finished on 2nd. And 9, Cash and Run. Cash and Run had a couple of unplaced ever during the monsoon season over here. Cash and Run finished on 9th of 11 runners. Number 2 is Murano. Murano had a win in race number 10 to start of the monsoon season, and then went on very narrowly in the Phillies Trial Stakes to Merle. And Murano is by Dali out of Harmonica, the mount of S. Anthony Raj, and drawn 9. Three is Donna Sienna, who is by Speaking of which out of Ladona. 3 stars during the monsoon season for Donna Sienna. 4th in race number 12, 3rd in race number 45. Then the start we are looking at is from race number 55, where Donna Sienna was in 5th spot, then came up with a run down the center and eventually finished on 3rd, almost a little under 2 lengths behind Lord Vader. 7 is Bundle of Charm, a decent monsoon season for Bundle of Charm, where she picked up a couple of wins. This is a start from the current season where Bundle of Charm went on a start to finish mission, was looking good until the last 200 meters, where Kerry Gold started to breathe fire and Bundle of Charm did the next best thing, finished on 2nd. Today, the mount of Vishal M. Bunde. We move on to the 4th race of the day, the Dalkeith Handicap, for horses rated 41 to 66, rated 21 to 46, eligible to be run over a distance of about 1600 meters. First up, we are looking at Multiverse, which was raced mostly in Western India. The start Multiverse had during the monsoon season was over 2000 meters, was on a start to finish mission, but into the last 300 meters, it was obvious that Multiverse needed this run, eventually finished on 4th of 4. The winner was Main Street Multiverse, today the mount of P. Tejeshwar. True Faith has had a win after the start that we are going to show you, but we are not able to show you the run in race number 21 for administrative reason. The run is from race number 18, where True Faith was racing in 8th spot, eventually finished on 7th. The run in race number 21, True Faith got the measure of Jazara, that was over 1600 meters, where she carried 54.5 kilos and won by a whopping 7.25 lengths. 4 is Jazara. Jazara has been a bridesmaid in the last 3-4 starts, where she has found one better. Last start was in race number 52 in the monsoon season, where she got into a ding-dong battle. In fact, it was a 3-way photo between Jazara, and eventually Jazara just came second best to Good Deeds. The amount of Arbheba is Jazara. 5 is Galway Girl. Galway Girl picked up back-to-back wins, one in Bangalore, one after returning to Calcutta, then went down to Arabesca, who has subsequently finished on 2nd in the Calcutta Monsoon Derby. And the run we are looking from is the Monsoon Derby, where Galway Girl, after being in front for most while, then dropped back, eventually finished on 8th of 12 runners. 6 is No Worry. No Worry has had a couple of 3 stars during the monsoon season. Did not really like the monsoon stars, because if you look at its stars during the winter, has been a lot better. And No Worry, 3 starts over here, 1100 meter starter, where finished on 11th of 11. The winner was Lord Vader. 7 is Studded, comes here with a win under its bag from Mysore in race number 82 there. Went over 1600 meters, made every post a winning one, as you can see in the famous colors of Mr. Daulat Chabaria. Studded is by Doval out of Immortality, as the mount of Yash Naredu is drawn 2 today. We move on to the 5th and feature race of the afternoon, the Delhi Race Club 1940 Limited Cup for horses rated 81 and above, rated 61 to 86, eligible to be run over a distance of about 1600 meters. Couple of runners from race number 60 in the monsoon season. 3rd Avenue, this was over 2000 meters. 3rd Avenue did not really accelerate when asked for an effort, finished on 4th. While on the other hand, Satyavur, who had a run earlier start, won in race number 34 over here. Satyavur started to move late into the scene, but race was already over by high command and Satyavur finished on a credible 2nd. Three is Raffaello. Raffaello had 3 starts during the monsoon season. 4th place effort behind Trail over 1400 meters. Finished on 2nd to Satyavur in race number 34. Last start was in race number 54, where Raffaello was a little slow into stride. Was in 4th spot at the turn, then came wide of the track but could only finish on 4th of 5 runners. The winner here was Black Eagle. Couple of runners, King of Mafia and King Louis. King of Mafia had a couple of wins during the monsoon season in race number 18 over 1400 meters and race number 28 over 1200 meters. And King Louis, who was in 5th spot at the turn, this was in race number 59, came up with a run and eventually won the race by 2.5 lengths. King of Mafia, who was in 4th spot, came late into the scene and eventually finished on 3rd. King of Mafia, mount of Yash Naredu, and King Louis to be ridden by Vishal and Bunde. So that's the lineup for the Delhi Race Club 1940 Limited Cup. The 6th and last race of the day, the not much handicap for horses rated 61 to 86, rated 41 to 66, eligible to be run over a distance of 2000 meters. First up, we're looking at Good Deeds, who has reeled off quite a few wins. And the last start, Good Deeds went over 2000 meters and was taking on a very strong set. Good Deeds was in 4th spot, then came up with a run and finished on a lonely 3rd. The winner here was High Command. Good Deeds, the mount of Nikhil Naidu. To his Main Street, a very decent season for this daughter of Smuggler's Cove out of Mykonos. Couple of starts, couple of wins, one in race number 24 where got the measure of Snowpiercer. Race number 41, the one we are looking at, Main Street, went over 2000 meters, was in 3rd spot, then into the last 200 meters, started really short, eventually had 2 lengths to spare over Great Guns. Couple of runners, Great Guns and Snowpiercer. Great Guns, who was in 4th spot. This from race number 5 in the current season. We also had number 6 Natural Grace and 5 Stormy Ocean. Great Guns was in 4th spot, then came up towards the inside and got into 2nd spot. Snowpiercer was leading the pack, then was challenged for the lead by Natural Grace and finished on 3rd eventually. And Stormy Ocean, who was racing in 3rd spot, dropped back a place and finished on 4th. And Natural Grace was definitely a noteworthy runner here, was in 2nd spot, then eventually won the race by a length. So that's the lineup for the doubleheader 2 days, and thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. See you at the races.